One of the greatest challenges in growing your practice is effectively getting the message out. Not just what collaborative is, but why people are interested in it and think that it might benefit them. So what I have done is I've created a very simple model, and it's very much what public relations or media relations professionals use for a press release, and it's called the inverted pyramid. So if you think of a pyramid from small to big, most people when they talk about themselves, they start with what a description of their services are, they get into the features of the program, and they talk about all the great things they did, and then maybe at the end they might say what the benefits are or what the value is. What I do is I flip that upside down. Start with your core value proposition, what you're talking about, why it's relevant to your audience, such as divorce does not have to be slash and burn. Protect your children, protect your assets, and protect your business. Next level would be what makes you unique? What's your unique selling proposition? So what is collaborative? Collaborative law is a process that helps you settle cases without going to court. All right, what makes it unique? You settle cases, you settle without going to court. Then we go down to what are the benefits? Well, the benefits are it can preserve your wealth without destroying your assets. It can help you to protect children from the trauma of divorce. It can help you preserve the confidentiality. It can give the clients control, and most important, it can help people move forward with their lives. Then we get to the description, which is collaborative is a team approach. It's a series of four-way meetings. If parties reach an impasse, the lawyers must withdraw. What happens so often is people use the regular pyramid and start with collaborative law is a series of four-way meetings, or collaborative law is a team approach. And when they communicate it, they're excited because in their mind, they know that a team approach and four-way meetings are really a good thing. But the client or the public hearing that thinks, okay, lawyers, series of meetings, team approach, money, money. So what the lawyer's thinking they're saying and what the client is hearing are two completely different things because the message is not relevant to that person. Whereas if you talk about, you don't have to have a slash and burn divorce. You don't? How do I know? That's what I want. So what's really important is to start with what's in it for me. And to look at your website, to look at the articles that you write. And if you're saying collaborative is the greatest way to divorce, and the reason it's so good is because lawyers have meetings, and not only that, we have a team of professionals that sit down with you, and you're the one that reaches the outcome, you're the one that makes the decisions. What do you think that client's thinking? Holy cow, I'm coming to you because I have no clue what's going on in my life. The last thing I want is a series of four-way meetings because what do clients want? They want efficiency, they want minimal pain, they want to get through this as fast as possible. So what we have to do is talk about why we help how we help clients get what they want before we start defining what it is in the description. One of the challenges, as we talked about, is getting your message out. And so there are a number of markets that we need to get the message out. If you've read The Tipping Point, they talk about 3 ways to reach a tipping point with an idea or a new service. And the 3 are a sticky message, and that's a message where people hear it, it resonates, and they can easily communicate. 2 is the law of the few. Few people make a big difference. And 3 is the power of context. And I'll just talk a little bit about how collaborative professionals can use those 3 components to grow collaborative in their community. So we just talked about sticky message, and that's a message that's not said from what you want to say. Collaborative law is great, collaborative law is the best thing, collaborative law changed my life, collaborative law will change your life. But rather the message comes from collaborative is a way to resolve disputes in an amicable way so you can move on with your life. Collaborative doesn't have to be slash and burn divorce. Sticky message. 2, law of the few. What we know is that a few people make a big difference. All right, it's like a virus. You know, if you have a really bad, nasty virus, you're going to spread it fast. It's the same thing with an idea or a concept. So you want to look at who are the influencers in your community. Who are the judges? Who are the heads of the marriage and family therapy counsel? Who are the top tier law firms? Who are your leaders? And leaders are people, when they speak, other people listen. You know, you think about leaders in the collaborative movement. Think of Pauline Tesler. Think of Peggy Thompson. Think of Stu Webb. It was because of their leadership and their ability to get others to follow. We have to do the same thing. We have to find the Stu Webbs of the financial industry. We have to find the Pauline Teslers of the mental health industry. We have to find the Peggy Thompsons of the business community. So in your communities, look for those influencers. And then the third is the power of context. And what that means is our environment affects our behavior. So in New York, one of the examples was when they got the graffiti off the subways, crime went down. Because a subway filled with graffiti created an environment where it was conducive to crime. What happens at an IACP forum? You have 500 people that all want to make a difference in their clients' lives. All of us want to have meaningful work. At the end of the day, we want to walk away knowing we made a difference. What happens to you in this environment? You're inspired, you're energized, you walk away seeing what can be, and that's the inspiration that allows change. So what I encourage is collaborative practice is a community activity. The retreats that you have, the workshops, the seminars, the practice group meetings, the more you have, the more you're going to grow that power of context. And when you have these meetings, make them inspirational. They shouldn't be about, okay, let's look at our bylaws and make sure that we've got the instead of the. Stay up here. What is it that you want to achieve? What's the purpose? And get people inspired. When you think about doing activities and not connecting it to something that's higher and more important, it becomes drudgery. And what happens in these practice groups is they're drudgery, because every practice group is about bylaws, forms, lawyer headset. What I do is I get people outside of that. And I say, why are we all here? What is it we want to do? And then it's, okay, we're all here because we want to transform how conflict is resolved. So you do those three things: sticky message, law of the few, and the power of context. And I guarantee you, you will see a change in the growth of collaborative in your community.